Check. I start. Okay. No? Give me a. Okay, welcome everyone. Thank you for attending this session. We will be doing really exciting stuff. So if you have a few moments, I only need 24 minutes, probably less, to build a complete mobile app, including its Java EE backend. And this totally from scratch. So I got a few slides, but these are tailored for a 1-hour presentation. And we know that slides are boring, so I will skip most of the slides, and we will dive really quickly into the live coding session. So just a few words about me. So I'm Sebastien Blanc. I work for Red Hat, 50% French, 50% Dutch. That's my Twitter handle. If you want to follow my my tools, be sure to follow me on Twitter. So the agenda quickly. We will build a backend application that exposes REST services. We will see how easy it is to do that. And from the backend, we will scaffold a front-end application. We will add some securities to it. We won't do the push notification for now. So let's start with the backend. So we are going to build a complete app, the backend. It won't be server-side pages because server-side pages are dead. We do cool stuff now. We do REST-based backend service. So I won't spend too much time on that because you all know how REST works. Here a quick example of how you can implement a REST service in Java using REST Easy. So you see it's quite easy, but even with that, I'm really lazy. I'm really a slacker. So I like to use tools that help me building stuff for me. Let me quickly introduce you to Forge. Forge is a RAT tool, a rapid application tool. It relies on some concepts. So please don't say aloud these 3 acronyms in the same order. But it relies on keep it stupid simple by don't repeating yourself, and by using convention over configuration. And this tool, Forge, is perfectly integrated into all the famous IDE tools like Eclipse, NetBeans, or IntelliJ. So, as I said, let's get started with the live coding demo. So let me go to Eclipse. Here I got just a vanilla Eclipse. All I did, I installed the Jboss tools. If you want to install the Jboss tools, you just go to the marketplace there. And if you search for Jboss here, my internet connection is a bit slow, but if you search for Jboss here, you should see quickly exactly. So you just have to install that here. Just click it here. It's all free, of course, open source. You install that, and you will have a bunch of plugins that really help you building apps. But no more talk. Let's get coding. So we are going to build an app. We can build whatever you want. So if someone has a great idea of an app that we could build, go for it. Otherwise, I will code. You know, you see that little pony? That's my daughter. She gave it to me, and that's my demo gods protector. And I always use it during my live coding sessions. And we can just build a pony app. An application where you can manage all your ponies. The ponies can have a color and a name. Just sound crazy, but we will see. It's really cool. Okay, so I just start my Forge tool. And here I say new project. Oh, sorry, I typed projects. I want to do a new project. Let's call it the pony app. Just click finish. And here you can see it has created for me an empty Maven-based project, totally empty. For now, it's not really useful. So let's add a model class to it. So I start Forge again. I say I want a new GPA entity. Since I'm making a pony app, so my my class will be a pony class. Here I just set up the persistent layer. I can keep all the defaults. For now I'm using H2 as database, but I can choose whatever database I want. Let's keep H2. It's really convenient for demos. And here I create a class called pony. It's my pony. Okay. Here I get my empty pony class. Not really exciting. It just gets what it needs to be persisted, an ID and a version. So let me just make it a bit bigger. Okay, let's add some fields to my pony class. So here I say field, and my pony will have a name, of course. Okay, so it adds the property name to it with the getter setters. And a pony probably have a color, like this pink pony here. So again, let me add a field to it, a new field, and let's call it color. Let's keep it a string. Okay, I have my pony class that now I want to expose as a REST service to be able to create ponies, to list ponies, to update ponies, and to delete or kill ponies. So let's see if Forge can help me with that. So here I'm on my project. I open Forge again and I type REST, and I see, hey, generate endpoints from entities. Looks like that is exactly what I need. So let's try that out to see if it works. Here, Forge C, it's the first time I set up my REST service. So it proposed me to fine-tune my REST, but I can keep all the defaults. Doesn't matter. Okay, and here I say, oh, I want to generate my REST service for my pony. Okay, let's go. And here I just click finish. And what we have here is, let me make it a bit bigger. I got here an endpoint. It's based on REST Easy. So my pony REST service is exposed with this URL ponies, and I can, as you can see here, I can create a pony, and it's mapped to my past method. It's really convenient here with Jboss tools. You can see all your REST points that you have generated. Well, in this case, it's quite simple because I have just one REST services. But imagine that you have a lot of REST services. You can quickly go there, and if you click, it brings you to the code. But our backend is done. We can build it and deploy it to an application server and make sure it's working. Just to prove to you it's not black magic, let's go to the console and let's go to my projects. Let me clear that. Let me go to my, where is my pony app? Sorry, my pony app, it should be my pony app. Oh, I made it a level higher. Okay. Let's go to my pony app. And here what I say is I just do a Maven clean package. And it should just build a war file for me. Success, I got my pony app war. I can now deploy that to an application server. So I got here a Wildfly server running. We can just deploy my war file there. So let's make sure it's working. My pony app.war, and I copy that to my application server, to the deployment folder. Okay, here we go. Okay, it has deployed my pony app. Let's make sure my pony app is working. So let's go to the pony app endpoint. Oh, sorry, I stopped the server. Let's the server start again. Okay, let me use Postman. Postman is really convenient to test REST endpoints. So in my case, I got here my pony app, and what I have is ponies. So if I do a get, sorry, I did. Let me check what I did. Oh, pony app. Sorry, I shouldn't have used uppercase. Okay, here it gives me back an empty array. Correct, I haven't created any pony yet. So let's create a new pony. Here we go. Let me grab that for you. And we do a post here, and my pony, well, my pony can be called Stella. That was the demo I did yesterday. It was a beer app, and I created a beer called Stella. But we can make a pony which is called Stella. It's funny. And what color has my pony? My pony is pink. Okay, so here we go. We send that. Okay, here we see a 201 created. So it should have created my pony. Let's make sure it worked. Let's retrieve my list of ponies. And here you see I got my ponies that was giving back, and it was persisted in the database. So I'm done with my backend. I can deploy this war in the cloud if I want. Here I've deployed it locally. It took me, around 5 minutes. But now, the next step is, since I told you we are building a mobile application, let's build the mobile application for that. The pony app will be the most amazing app ever, I'm sure. So, can Forge help me for that? Yes, Forge can help you for that. Why? Because Forge has a concept of scaffolding. Scaffolding is generating an application client based on your model. So what it will do, it will parse my pony class, and it will create a context of that, and it will use this context with some templates, and from that I can generate whatever I want. So I can generate old school Faces app, I can scaffold a web app, but I can also scaffold a mobile app. And in this case, we will scaffold a Cordova app. So just before we do that, let me quickly show you, for those who don't know what Cordova is, what Cordova is. So Cordova is a framework that lets you build native mobile clients, but your app has to be written with web technologies. That means with HTML, JavaScript, and CSS. And just by using the same code base, Cordova can create a native wrapper around it. And without changing a single line of code, you can create an iOS package, an Android package, a Windows package, name it. The other cool stuff with Cordova is, since Cordova has access to your native features of your phone, like the camera, the contacts, it can expose that through a JavaScript library. So that means that just by writing JavaScript, you can access your camera, whatever features. And if you combine that with a really nice UI framework, you will have a really looking native app. So you have to choose the right UI framework. Let me just quickly explain that. You can do it yourself if you're crazy, but it will probably go wrong if you try to make your own CSS, JavaScript UI library. You could go responsive. Forget responsive. Everyone will see that your app is a bootstrap app, and you are supposed to make a native app. So forget about responsive. jQuery mobile. I don't even want to mention that. It's a pity. I was really excited by this project 2 years ago, but now it's getting bigger and bigger. It doesn't integrate with Angular or with other frameworks. So forget jQuery mobile. We have Ionic. Ionic is amazing stuff. It has widgets that just work, a huge community. It's integrated perfectly with Angularjs. You have tooling. Well, you will see it. We will create an Ionic app now in 2 minutes. That is a slide for those who don't know how AngularJS works. I try to explain AngularJS in one slide, but since we are a bit short, I will skip that part, and we will go directly back to the code. So, as I told you, we can scaffold our app. So here I say scaffold generate, and here I can choose what for kind of scaffolding I want. So I can do faces if I'm a really old school boy. I can just scaffold a regular web app, or we can go for the cool stuff, Ionic Cordova. So let's choose Cordova. And here we say, okay, I want to scaffold my mobile app based on my pony class. Here we go. We scaffold that. And it should be good. Now we just have to import that app into Eclipse. So I go to import. And here I say I want to import a new Cordova project. All the Cordova support that you're seeing here is also comes also with the Jboss plugin. So if you install the Jboss plugins, you will have all the Cordova tooling around that. So here I just browse my my workspace, and it should find for me. Sorry, let me browse again. I've generated my project one layer too high, and now it's a bit. It should work in a few seconds. Come on, he should be here to prevent this kind of demo effects. It's not a problem. Let me. Now he's scanning my whole home folder, which is, since I'm a guy that has a lot in his home folder, as you can see here. So he's scanning my whole home folder to check my application that I've just generated. That shouldn't happen. And now it's completely stuck, so I have to talk and pretend everything is going right. Just one moment. While he's looking for my Cordova project, I will be deploying my app on genymotion. For those who don't know what genymotion is almost like the Android emulator, except that it's working way better. It acts as a real device. My computer thinks it's a real device. And you can really easily have different versions of genymotion here. Just download the right image, and you can just start it up. So that is what I use when I give demos or when I'm doing testing at home. Okay. Let me see how things are going here. Things are bad. So let me just. I've done this demo, I think, 30 times this year. It's the first time that I generate projects one level too high. Let me kill Eclipse, because Eclipse looks now completely stuck. So just be patient. I come back to my slides while I'm doing that. So let me, while Eclipse is crashing, let me explain you quickly for those who are interested how Angularjs works. So Angularjs, people really, Java developers really like it, because we call it a bit the JavaScript EE, because there are a lot of concepts very close to Java that we have, like injection, binding of stuff. So what I have here is the three most important parts of an Angular app. I got services. In this case, I got my, imagine it's a to-do app. I got my task service, and this is a service that retrieves from a REST service tasks. And from there, I can inject this service into my controller. And this controller puts the task that it retrieves in the scope. The scope is the shared model between my app and my view. And then, since it's in the scope, I can just iterate around my tasks. And you will probably notice here that you don't know these tags. That's the other nice thing with AngularJS. With AngularJS, they have the concept of directives, where you can create your own HTML tags, where you can encapsulate some view logic, some validation logic, whatever you want. And the nice thing with Ionic is that Ionic comes with a whole set of ready-made directives. So that is all you need to make a nice mobile app that make a list, and that you can scroll, that you can click, and you see you don't have to care too much about all the stuff. All you have to do is be sure that your task is iterated and that you print out the correct fields. So let's go back here, and it's really a ramp. Oh my god, it's crazy. So let me just kill the hard way my my service. Here I go to my sorry. Give me one moment. No, I'm getting stressed. because it's playing tricks with me. Where are my... Okay, system monitor. Let me just go here and let me just find Eclipse. Where are you, Eclipse? Come on. Here you are. And I kill you. Yes, I kill the process. Hopefully. Oh, it's like a zombie. He stays here forever. Oh my god. Come on. Okay, let me just try to start Eclipse again, even it's already running. Okay, let's go. JDBS. Looks like everything is going wrong right now. I'm so sorry about that. Come on, guy. I want you to go away. Sorry? From the command line, yeah. So kill all, and I can say Eclipse, I guess. Java, it will kill everything. I got too much. It will kill my server. Process not found. Oh my god, it's still... Oh, look. I was complaining, but in the same time, look who appeared here. So now I hope that, let's go to my punny, let's look for my punny app, if it's there. Oh, look, there it is. Oh. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? Give me just 1 minute. I can show you how quick it is. Let me generate a new project really quickly. Now it's super quick code generation. So let's make not a punny app, since let's make let's make a restaurant app really quickly. Okay, restaurant app. Oh, and now it has made that into another app. Wow. I'm getting crazy now. Okay, let's do it again. Project. So that's for the guys that just joined, they can see it again. Okay, so just sorry for the guys who were already here. Let's make a whatever app, a bar app where I can visit bars, and let's keep it low case, though there's no risk. Let me make sure it was in the right. Okay, now it should work. So my bar, let me create an entity, GPA entity, and my bar app is to manage bars, so I can list all my favorite bars. So I got a bar. Okay, here we go. My bar has a name, so field, new GPA field. It has a name. Okay, here we go. I generate REST endpoints for this bar. REST generate endpoints. Okay, I go here and I say I want to generate the REST endpoint for my bar. Okay, my backend application is done. I go to my workspace, to my bar app. Okay, here I can do this Maven clean package. It should build my bar application. Okay, let me copy the WAR file to my application server. And here we go, standalone deployments. Let's make sure it's deployed there. Okay, my bar is there, and I can just quickly check that it's running. I go to my my bar app is there, and I should have bars and should be empty because I haven't created any bar. Okay, we will create a bar from the mobile app that I'm going to generate now. So from there I go back, and here I say Scaffold Generate, and here I choose my Ionic version, and I just say, okay, let's go. generate my bar mobile app. Here we go. Okay, and now I try to import it again, and let's hope now it will be all good. So I do import mobile app, and here I browse my workspace, and I should have my bar client. Here it is. Okay, finish. Here you can see I got a complete Cordova app that has been generated for me. I haven't coded anything. I got my bar with all the views and stuff like that. I have just 2 things to do before I can deploy it to my emulator. I just have to specify which version of Cordova I'm using. In this case, I want to use my latest version that I get here. And my bar app needs to know where it has to retrieve the bar from. Scaffolding is magic, but it cannot figure out my IP of my server. So by default, he put a local host that will not work. So let me just grab my IP, my current IP address, which is here. And I just paste it here. Okay, here we go. Now I'm good to package my app as an APK and deploy it on my Android device. So I just go here and run on Android device. Here we go. And here you see an end script running. It's actually really making my APK file, and if everything goes well, it should be deployed on my emulator. So we are almost there. When I see the crunch here, okay, he has to make some processing. Now the binary is almost done. And I'm just hoping that he's not kidding with me again. But, oh, things are, okay, build successful, so it should be really quick. You should now deploy the app here. Let me check if the app has been deployed. Awesome. Now my emulator has crashed. Okay, but it's not a problem. Demo gods decided to be ready to have fun with me today. So let me just start my emulator. Just a matter of a few seconds. It's starting my virtual device. Okay, here we go. And with a bit of chance, the app has already been deployed, so I just have to open it. Okay, here we go. Come on, guy. Okay, here I unlock it, and let's check if I get my bar client. Hey, looks like I have my bar client. Let's start it. Okay, I haven't created any bar, so here let's create a new bar, and it's called the Demo Gods bar. Okay, I save it, and you see here, hey, one thing I haven't changed, because here it shows me the ID, because scaffolding by default, he doesn't know which field to display on my application. So by default, he knows that I have an ID. So by default, it's display an ID. I can just change that by going here, and instead of displaying the ID, I just display the name. And if I deploy the app again, it should now, for me, it should display the name. So while it's building another APK, let's go back to the app. So I can click my bar, and here I can see that I got my Demo Gods bar. I can update it. It can call it the Super Demo Gods bar. Okay, here we go. And if I go back to that, it will be updated. Let me create another bar just to delete it. Let's call it the other cool bar. Oh, now it's deploying the new version of my app. Okay, so here you can see now it displays the name instead of the ID. So it's really easy, really quick. You see, I just modified, I deploy again. And remember, that's a native app. Let me create just another bar, super cool bar, and I just save it. So as you can see, we can list bars, we can create bars, we can modify bars. What about deleting a bar? Well, like just any other mobile application, you just swipe with your finger and you can just delete the app. So that has all been scaffolded for you. Let me check. Did I still have a bit of time? Yeah? Okay, one thing I wanted to show you, which is really cool, this is an hybrid app, so it's based on web technologies, and it's Android, and Android is Google, and you all know the Google developers tools. It's really useful to inspect your web apps. Well, there's a really cool thing is that Google developers tools can also inspect hybrid apps. Let me show you that. So if I go to my browser and I go here to Chrome, inspect devices, let me just refresh to be sure. Hey, you can see that my app is running there. And if I bring my app back, if you see here, I can just go over my application and, well, I don't really like the background, the orange background. Let's make it a more bluish one. So I can just modify live my native app. I could add HTML elements. I can even run the JavaScript console here if I want to. I could do everything that you can do with the developers tools. You can do it also here. So that makes it really super easy when you are in the first stages of your app that you quickly want to fine-tune the look and feel of your app. So that was just a quick giveaway that I want to share besides all the other stuff that I just showed you. And let's challenge the demo gods one last time. I got this bar app and that I can deploy on the Play Store and on all the stores. I can get rid of it, but I want to secure it. I just want some people that have an account to be able to access it. So, but I'm pretty bad in security. I don't know really how it works. So it would be nice if someone else, another service could take care of all my security. And the good news is that we have that. If you maybe you saw my session on Monday, or I did also the Boot presentation about Keycloak. So Keycloak is a security server that takes care of all your security matters. And the good news is it's pretty well integrated also for mobile apps. So let me quickly demo you how we can add a logging screen to this application without modifying almost anything. So let me go back to the code. And if I go here to my main JavaScript function that fires up my application, when I scaffold the app, I did some work for you. So you just have to uncomment these lines, and that will load the Keycloak client library that is there to speak with your Keycloak server. And all I have to do is to save that and to add another file that is a descriptor file to tell my mobile app where to connect to the security server. So that's really easy to do. I just create a file, create keycloak.json, and for the content of that, I just go to my security server that is running here. I go to my administration console. So for those who want to have more details about Keycloak, the session from yesterday has been recorded. You just have to follow the Red Hat developers Twitter handle, redhatdevelopers.com. Okay. Check. And you will be able to watch the presentation about Keycloak. So now for now, let's just go to my Cordova client. I'm going really quickly here, but because it's not really the scope of this talk, but that is Keycloak. That is all the info I need to make sure my mobile client and the security server can communicate together. I just paste that here. Again, I have to make sure to use my right IP address. So let's grab this one, and I put it here. Since Keycloak is web-based, when your server will, when your mobile application will load, it will bring a web page in front of you to show you the login screen. It's a bit like when you use Facebook or Twitter to log in, it brings you a browser. So I need one more thing in my Cordova app. It's a plugin that is called the in-app browser. That is a small plugin that enables to open a web browser for you in your native app. So that is pretty easy to do. You just go here and you say, I want to install a new Cordova plugin. So here's retrieving the list. Let's hope the connection is pretty good. Okay, here we go. Of course, it takes a long, okay. We are almost there. Come on. Maybe I wouldn't. Maybe that will help. Too bad I was not able to show you the Pony app, because I'm sure the Pony app would have been a huge success in the App Store. Okay, let me check for the in-app browser plugin. So now it's looking for the in-app browser. Okay, I select that, I go there. You just have to retrieve some details about, okay, I want to install this version. Oh, my Pony fell. Okay. Yes to all. Okay, so my plugin has been installed. I got my, it has been configured. Okay, let's try to deploy the app again. I run it on my Android device again. He makes a new APK. And now, well, my app should be protected, at least the front end. I didn't protect the back end. I have no time to show you that, but at least the front end should be protected. So let's wait a bit that he creates my APK again. Two minutes? Okay. It's give me 30 seconds just to bring up the logging screen. Like, here we go. And here you see we have been redirected to our authentication server. And well, I'm out of time, but the thing is, you see here, you can log out, you can log in by using GitHub, Twitter. That is all stuff that you can configure here on your Cordova server. So I can disable user registration. I can, here I have GitHub and Twitter, but if I want to be able to log in with Google, I just add a Google client here. And I just save this page. I just save that. And I don't have to change anything on my mobile app. The next time you reload, well, you will have also the possibility to log in using Google and stuff like that. So that was it for me. Again, everything that I show you here, everything is of course open source. So if you get excited about it, try it out tonight. I know this guy, I gave him the demo yesterday, and you tried it out and it was working well. And yeah, more importantly, it's open source. So if you really like it and you see improvements where you have IDs, where you say a typo in the documentation, do a pull request, contribute to the project. Thank you, everyone.